Here are 3 cold email tips that can help you land a job or a client by literally tomorrow. I mean, that has happened, but really soon. And the first is research. You would not believe the amount of people that just write any generic message and then send it to hundreds or if not thousands of people trying to either get a job or partner up with an influencer or partner up with a brand or get a job at a certain company, etc. So many people send out generic emails and wonder why, hey, how come people are not responding to me? What you actually need to do is take some time out, literally 2, 3, 4, 5 or 10 minutes of your time to look at the company or the influencer's content, their website, stuff that you think that they'll be interested in, some pain points that you might see or they talk about in their content a lot, and then a solution or if you want a job, talk to them about the value that you could provide. But for you to do that, you need to do some research. Okay, so research, take some time out, and that is all you'll need to stand way above everybody else in order of like the emails that are coming through. Naturally, if you're sending out really generic emails that have links and stuff like that, and you're sending out to everybody, naturally it would usually go to spam or into their like delete folder, because they're like, well, this it seems generic, it doesn't provide me any value, so I'm out of here. Number 2, make sure you create a compelling subject line. This is incredibly important. A lot of the time, before they even see your body of text, they see the subject line. Okay, so the subject line is the first thing they see before they think, oh, well, should I click on this or not? The best subject lines that I've seen that work for me is when you mention the name of the person you're trying to reach out to, rather than just saying it like a random subject line, right? So if you say something like, I want to partner up with this brand, right? That subject line is okay. It's decent. It's not that bad. But imagine you put, Jacob, I want to partner up with your brand, right? That's an even better subject line, because it's like, oh, this guy, I guess he knows my name, so let me click on it, let me see what this is about. But you can take it a step further, and now that step further will be a subject line that will make me think, what is this actually about? Now you could start it off with like a sort of question, and you can also try some kind of sneaky tactics. I wouldn't agree with it most of the time, because sometimes you could get yourself in trouble for saying stuff like this. But I've seen sneaky tactics like, hey, are we still on, Jacob, are we still on for 12 p.m? Now if you're someone that's like really busy and you have a lot going on, you'll immediately click on it, because you're like, wait, did I set up a meeting with this guy? Am I supposed to know about this meeting or so? So that usually gets clicks. Your first line, your first body of text should refer to the subject line, so the person knows that this is not just completely clickbait, and then transform it into a way that when they read your email, they'll think a few things. 1, they'll say, wow, this guy researched my company. 2, he caught my attention with the subject line, and he is giving me, and I'm going to say this for the 3rd tip, is giving me value, and probably something a little bit, just a tiny bit funny. I think cold email, in terms of cold email, you need, I guess, a mix of everything, right? Like information, the value you provide, and some humor. So if you have all of that going on in your body of text, attaching it to the great subject line, 9 times out of 10, well, not 9 times out of 10, but probably 6, 7, 8 times out of 10, people will open the email and give you a pretty decent response most of the time, which is, hey, let's talk further about this, let me know some more details. The 3rd is something that I've mentioned just now actually, which is provide value. You would not even believe, just like I said to you before about the people that don't research, but a lot of you are not actually providing value. If you're cold emailing someone about a job or you want to partner up or something, right? Actually make it crystal clear and try to articulate what it would mean for you to be in that job role, in that position, what it would mean for you to take that person on as a client, what it would mean for you to partner up with that brand or influencer. You will not believe how far articulation of exactly what you're trying to do goes, right? And I've been a victim of this, where I haven't actually articulated what I want to do with someone when it comes to, you know, growing their brand or their business or whatever, and they seem so confused. So they're like, I don't want to go with this. But if you can articulate very clearly, very concisely, hey, this is, you know, I've seen your company and I see that you're trying to do X, Y, Z, or X, Y, and Z. I also see that you could be, you know, having a pain point here. This is the solution I will provide, and you can list it in like bullet points or so. Just make it extremely quick, okay? And a further tip to that is just make sure your body of text is not overwhelmingly like long. So you want to make sure that it's like, you know, lines that are very clear, concise, and then towards the end you come up with a great call to action. Now a lot of people will be like, well, don't do calls of actions, etc. I say take the risk. What you don't always want to mention is, hey, when can we get a meeting? Because it kind of reveals your agenda all along was like, oh, he wants to get on a meeting with me, he wants to make me his client, or he wants to you know, he just wants everything like really quick, and you don't want to seem desperate. But you want to have a call to action to be like, hey, would you want to talk further about this thing? And if they say, yeah, sure, let's give me some more details, right? You can give them some more details in the next email that you're replying, and then say, hey, maybe we should set up a call so, you know, you can understand further, you can ask me questions, and if that's any easier or better for you. Boom. Immediately you'll get a meeting booked, get on the call, present your idea, pitch, and boom, you landed your client, or you're in your job role, or whatever it is. So guys, those are my 3 tips. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know if you have any questions about the tips at all. I know some of the tips you've heard before, but sometimes it's just the way you can, I guess, articulate the tips that could help. You know, you could watch a video about this before and watch this and say, that's very interesting. But yeah, leave a comment below, guys, if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what I should be doing next, or any other content ideas too. And yeah, I'll be trying to provide as much value when it comes to marketing, cold emails, and stuff like that on here. So if you're into that and that's your space, I would recommend that you subscribe, like, and comment. All right, thank you guys. Bye.